Hi Aquarius, welcome to radio. So listen, I literally was about to go to sleep and another download came in for you guys, and it was like antidote. Aquarius is the antidote. Now, prior to this, I was in the market and I saw these absolutely, they were so cute. They were so cute. These like what are they? I don't know if they were hamsters or something. And they had on like a pajama set, like a kid's pajama set, and it was a unicorn. You know how you can put the fuzzy on? And I thought it was so cute. And for whatever reason, they were $10. And for whatever reason, oh, I know why. I went to look at the tag to see like if it would say like what kind of animal it was, but it happened to actually say that it was a cure for a rare disease. And so I was like, huh, that's quite interesting. And so I'm petting my cat down here if you keep seeing me look down. And so I was like, all right. And I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, it's just so freaking cute. So cute that I even stopped this lady who was singing coming down the aisle so that she could share the joy of the cuteness, because she obviously was having a great time because she was singing in the market. And I was like in awe of these little cute little things. And so I left the market and I proceeded to get ready. We did some uploads, whatever. And by the way, the 7th video for the throat chakra clearing is up, and we're really focusing on clearing the jaw, the throat, the whole, like this whole part of the throat, like the back of the throat, front and the left side, and then the coming up, and then the jaw and like the back of the tongue, but really clearing that whole jaw area. Okay, so it's a really deep clean. And you can find that link on the playlist. If you just click on the throat chakra link in this description, or if you just go to our community page, the link to that is there. Okay. And so I'm getting ready and I'm feeling like, because we have this thing where after we post something, we have to detach and we have to say positive affirmations to ourselves to detach. We have to clear the energy of perfectionism. We have to clear, you know, like we just have to completely detach from the results. Okay. And so we're doing that, and I get in my shower and I sit down and I'm getting undressed or getting dried and all that stuff. And then I hear antidote. Aquarius, you are the antidote. And I was like, oh, you want me to right now? There right now. And so things start coming in, guys. And I'm gonna hold the selenite wand so that way I can. So Aquarius, you are the antidote. Okay, you're the antidote to some rare disease. It's I don't know if it has to do with children or if you currently work with children, but whatever your medicine is, you are the medicine for it. You are the antidote to whatever this rare disease is. Okay. And some of you guys almost have an idea of this, or like you know it, or you just need confirmation that some kind of healing either modality thing that you're either mastering or that you have created is definitely meant for children. Okay, and that's been coming in a lot too, actually. So this download's been coming in for a little bit of time, like pieces of it. You might have heard the song Chandelier by Sia. That might mean something to you. So maybe you are a nurse or were a nurse, or maybe you work in the medical field, um, or you have family in the medical field. But whatever it is, you're really devoted and dedicated to helping others with your gift. And you have shed a waterfall of tears for the things that you've witnessed and experienced in your own life when it comes to children with disease and children facing um, things that they have to live with for the rest of their life. This also could be other stuff like that, like child diabetes, things like this, child cancers, rare things, okay? Like you are the antidote for it. And so it could be something that is also the joy that you bring as well. Like some of you guys remember, your energy is so powerful, and especially right now at this time, and it's growing to where you just being in a room will be able to transmute things that normal people wouldn't be able to neutralize energetically or transmute. Okay, and especially some of you guys who have tapped into like your starseed codes and things like that. So some of this is stuff that you bought here in your starseed blueprint. Okay, your divine gold print, I'm hearing. So some of you guys are Atlanteans. I was going to say Atlantean star seeds. That's something new. Or maybe your practice was in Atlantis, and you had a lifetime there. No, that's what they're saying. They're saying Atlantean star seed. So you may have come from Sirius, or you may see yourself as a Syrian star seed. You may have affiliation or deep love or devotion for the Egyptian or the Greek pantheons. You may like manga. You also spit fire. Okay, so you also have dragon codes within you. So you may be a rapper, or you may be a singer, or you may be somebody that speaks fast, or like raps fast. But this came in. Okay, now this is that frequency of the other reading. Yeah, this is you guys. Yeah, so right now you're learning how to quail the fire is the term that I just heard. Quail the fire. I don't really know what that means, but it's almost like you're learning how to control the fire. Like they're showing me that the breath thing, like when you go like this with the fire, and you're learning how to make the fire like get bigger, and then you're learning how to make it smaller. Like you're learning almost how to control your glow. They said it's like the Marilyn Monroe effect. Some of you guys, you may not know it, but there was a thing that said like she could just turn it on and she could turn it off. So like she could turn it off and nobody would recognize her. They wouldn't see who she was. They weren't like, oh, Marilyn Monroe. They would just walk past her. They would ignore her. But as soon as she turned something on within her, all of a sudden they're like, Marilyn, look over here. They're just like, would go crazy and stuff. And so you have that same ability. And Marilyn Monroe might be one of your guides also, or that energy of it. I almost feel like she's a collective of divine feminine's energy. To be honest, when I tap into her, that's what it feels like. What else? Get ready, here I come. That's been coming up too. But also the reason they wanted me to say this is like really focus on rejuvenating, restoring your energy. Okay, so this is like receiving more than you are giving. Yes, receiving more than you are giving, energetically. Okay, so this is really spending more time in meditation, just receiving, like literally just receiving. Even if you're there for like 3-4 hours, just receiving. Like we'll go on long car rides, or we'll go somewhere, and we won't even notice it, and the time will just fly by, and we're literally just sitting there, and we're just like, we're receiving, and it will just fly by. Okay, so yeah, and there'll be a lot of stuff that comes in, but your practice is patience and like letting go. We kind of tapped into this on the reading that we had just put up about spirit is relocating you, because again it's this energy of learning to just let go and just be in the flow state and not do anything. So you're really learning how to channel spirit. You're learning how to be a really clear, high vibrational divine channel for spirit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go into the cards. Yeah, so this energy of truth prevails. That's also must be why they wanted us to do this throat chakra series now, because the series, there's 16 petals in the throat chakra. Um, and that's what we're going through 16 lessons. And I know Diana Cooper, she has a different thought. She says there's like 22 petals, and actually there could be up to 30. But at some point we will read her book and then share from that after we finish the series, because I feel like it's important, because she really works into getting into the higher higher vibrational petals, and also the petals that are turned on when you activate your gold print, your Atlantis um, gold print for the Aquarian age. Yeah. Hmm. There's something, oh, something's been coming to us too. So, there's something about tires and like your car and stuff like that. So, if you have been worrying about your car, we need to let you know you're manifesting whatever it is you're worrying about. So, go ahead and get your car checked out. Okay. Um, but you can combat that. You can call the angels in and ask them to clear, cancel, delete the negative effects of any worrying or negative thinking. And then you have to really um, focus on clearing that, like refuse any thoughts of lack or limitation, refuse any thoughts of worry or suffering, or even of victim mentality, right? So that's coming out fully. It's residual energies, you know. It's kind of like you've cleaned something and cleaned something and cleaned something, and you finally you're looking at it and you're like, I know I got it all this time, I know it's good, I know it's shining, and then you look in like the corner, there's a little bit of gook right there, and then you got to just get that. Okay, that's kind of like that energy for some of you guys. For others of you guys, start cleaning. That's uh-huh. Oh, I'm not no holler back girl. I'm not no holler back girl. Okay, so you guys are also reclaiming your sovereignty, your worth, your value, okay, from anything of the past. And so any those people might be trying to return to you, okay. They might be trying to reconciliate with you. For anyone who was on a prior timeline where you didn't see your value, or you weren't, or you didn't see your worth, or you didn't know your worth, or you didn't feel worthy, you know. And spirit says follow your gut with those interactions, you know, because you have control over what you let come with you, like what you let into this timeline. And then also there's this energy of keep doing what you're doing. If something is going to tie you back into a lower timeline, then I would say don't allow the tie, you know. But also that came to us this morning, the word tie. Yeah, all right. So just be like, you have to stay true to you, no matter what that means when it comes to who's coming with you, okay, or who's going to be waiting for you on the other side. You know, when you finally come out of that cave, and this cave is like the cave of the heart, and you just went down deep 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 in this underworld, you did all the shadow work, and now you're coming up to see the light of day. And it's like the whole world has changed while you were down in this cave. Everything has changed, and this is representative of old timelines collapsing, and you going into different realms and dimensions and things, your manifestations coming into material realization for you when you see this light of day, and everything looks different, and you're kind of like, people are different, you know. people are treating you different. You may even see like slight things, like the name of a store might be different, or all of a sudden like a whole new place has opened where there was nothing there before. Like little things like this, like you might see when you come out of this light of day and you're almost out, like your new timeline has almost solidified. Okay, it's like spirit is showing me he's laying the tracks. Okay, and meanwhile he has you on the train. Okay, Polar Express, he has you on the train and you're drinking the hot chocolate and you're just supposed to be chilling out. Okay, while he's laying these tracks in the train, and you're not driving the train, you're not telling the train where to go, you're just relaxing, you're maxing, and the train is just going. You may have to dip off into a portal, to help somebody do a leapfrog. You know what I'm saying? But then you come back and you're sitting there with the rest of us, and we're just like having a good old time, singing the songs, getting more hot chocolate. Yeah, it's that energy of the weight of seeing, going to see Santa. So if you haven't seen the movie Polar Express, it might be a good time to watch it if you're resonating with this. Let me see what comes out. Justice. Oh my God, guys. So after I did the reading for what was it? Now I can't remember. I don't know. What was it? Oh, Spirit is relocating you. After we did it, we saw like triple justice. And because we were listening to Justin Bieber, and I don't know if like one of his albums is called Justice or if it was like something from someone else, but whatever it was, like that's what we saw, and then we had to like re-see it. And we do that a lot. Like we will see something and we will see something completely different, and then we'll look at it again, and what we got is what spirit gave to us, and what we see that second time we look at it is like what everybody else sees. And we saw triple justice. We saw triple justice. Oh my God. So stick to your truth. Everything will turn out just fine. So there's going to be 3 things in your life that are going to turn out just fine. I don't know what those 3 things are for you. It might be in the relationship of like, whatever you're worrying about, like whatever you're worrying about, like with self, and anxieties, whatever you have been like having trouble letting go of mentally, like it's gonna work out. It's fine. So try your best to just breathe and not fall into patterns of overwhelm, overthinking, or worrying yourself out of your manifestation. Okay. Yeah. Isis is here big time as well. We've been working. She wanted you guys to know that. So that's for some of her initiates. Yeah. 9 of Swords. Yeah. We all get a little bit carried away with our worries sometimes. And it's okay. 3 a.m. Right? So 3 a.m. if you get up and you're worrying, that's a great time to do some breath work. Awesome time. Okay. Yep. I like the Wim Hof method very much so. Fulia. I really like that one. And that is the breath work that we had did for 30 days, 30 minutes every day for 30 days. Yeah, and so breath work really helps you to move energy, move stuck energy, move stagnant energy, move stale energy, move old energy out. Okay, and also, so this could be, it really helps with the emotional body, removing phobias and traumas. I didn't realize that time was going to be right in front of me. I don't care. So phobias and traumas and fears. Okay, it really helps with doing that, with really clearing that lower dantian. Okay, but when it comes into the Wim Hof method, what I found is that one really helps you get into the diaphragm and into the heart, so you can really kind of clear that unworthiness, sadness, that grief, that anxiety out of the heart space, out of the lungs, out of the diaphragm. So a lot of really, I feel like it really helps with the solar plexus, and of course it helps get that energy to clear the throat and then to get it out. And yeah, I feel like we'll talk about that a little bit more, because there was a lot more that went into us losing the 70 pounds, and actually we lost over 100 pounds, but there was a lot more that kind of went into it. But that was a catalyst. It was maybe the third catalyst that we had that helped us to melt the weight off, like to where we weren't even thinking about weight loss. We were just thinking about, it feels good to walk, it feels good to do this breath work. I feel good, I feel confident. I feel confident, I don't feel confused, I feel happy, I feel patient, I feel like I was present. Okay, it really helped me just to be present and in my body. um and they say that too. There's a person who does qigong, and then we're going to end. There's a person who does qigong, and he says that breathing into the lower dantian, into the kidneys, and then like breathing in, hunching over and going so you would breathe in into the kidneys, and then exhale, right, as like you're curving, and then do that, and then breathe in here, like into your heart, into your neck. I like to see like myself breathing into it all, and then you're gonna SI out. This really helps to clear the lungs and to clear the anxiety. So the lower dantian is clearing the fears, the phobias, and the traumas, and up here is clearing the anxiety, the sadness, the depression, the grief, these kinds of things up in here, because the lungs really hold a lot. The heart holds a lot too, but it's the lungs hold a lot. Okay, and so doing that before bed, even just doing 3 times below and 3 times above, like I found a difference in me having better dreams. Okay, and also yeah, they're actually like wild, but better. Okay, and yeah, and it's just getting out that old crap and getting out that stuff that has been like sitting in there. It's like time to get the crud out. It's like we can't throw the bottle out. Here goes the bottle, is the vessel, and there's this crud down in there, and we just can't get to the crud. And spirit's like, the only way that you can get to that crud is you've got to soften, and the breath, that prana, is going to help you to soften. All right, and then to get it out. And because we can't throw, this is our vessel, this is our vessel. Okay, this is what we got. So we got to work with it, and we got to love it, and we have to be kind and patient to it. So it's interesting that spirit had me use a bottle as an analogy for our body. Okay, and getting the gunk out. World 21. I had to do it because I've noticed that it's been on 2121 on the last 3 videos we did. Um, that like we instinctively, spirit stopped us at 21, and was almost about to be 20, like 21 seconds. And there's a purpose for that. All right. So listen to your intuition. And for some of you guys, this is confirmation. You are listening to it, even if it doesn't seem like it. Yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate. Job well done. Okay, so make sure that you're celebrating yourself. Yeah, make sure you're celebrating yourself. And so that's another thing too. After you do any of my healings, make sure you're doing your bereavement work, because you just lost part of yourself. You have to grieve that old self. So do your reflection, your writing, And but also, do a toast for the work that you just did, and make sure that you are hydrating yourself appropriately and everything, because it is energy work. Okay, so you got to stay hydrated when you're doing energy work. And yeah, just celebrate you. Do fun stuff after you've gone through some. Do fun stuff, and don't wait till the next day. Do it that day. Do something that lights you up. Okay, I love you so very much. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you. Namaste.